Do you hear a loud car coming up? No, maybe not. The guy said he's essentially open headers right now. He drove it 3 hours.
V8, right?
Yeah, 4.2 liter V8, I think. It's essentially like German's 3UZ. About 90% sure I hear a V8 Audi outside. There it is. You know, it's not as loud as I was expecting. Did you make that? It's all good. Nice to meet you. So this is the newest project for EM Industries. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, sir. So I'm Zachary Pons. This is my 1999 pre-facelift B5 A4 with a 4.2 swap. It's actually from a 1998 D2 Audi A8. Motor came from LKQ. It was like 300 bucks.
300 bucks.
In 2010.
Oh my gosh. And it's stuffed in there.
It is stuffed in there. So it's still a stock transmission. It's an 01 A5 speed.
And that is all drive, right?
Yep, still all-wheel drive.
Okay, so it's all drive.
Yep, all the drivetrain stock.
I worked on an A4 with one of my friends. It was a 1.82.
Yeah, the one you told me.
Yeah, and we manual swapped it. But I'm pretty sure essentially it probably had the same transmission and everything. We just welded the center diff. So I have a little bit of experience with these cars. Like I remember kind of got like the weird awkward half firewall
Yeah,
thing.
as you can see, I took a hammer to that one.
Yeah.
And actually cut a hole back here because when I would launch it really hard, the throttle body literally punched it. Well, it punched a hole through it, so I'm like, well, I'll just cut it all the way out.
You were also saying that this car's been through different iterations. You're saying it used to be supercharged V6.
Yep. So 2011, long time ago, my brother actually bought this car from Kalamazoo, Michigan. It had like 80,000 miles on it, and the guy had put a PES G1 supercharger on it. So it's still a 30 valve V6.
Okay, so it was like an aftermarket supercharger kit on the stock engine.
Yeah, no intercooler, no standalone ECU. It had like one of those rising rate fuel pressure rate.
Yeah,
so no timing adjustment.
Oh no.
It was just all timing and boost and pray. So after his third engine, he put a rod through 2 blocks. He's like, well, this is dumb.
It probably didn't even make like an insane amount of power either.
No, probably made like high twos. Yeah,
high twos for all that. All
like
that high twos.
275.
That sucks.
His first year of engineering school, he actually did this swap in 2011 in his backyard. So
wow, very impressive.
After that, I mean, he did custom engine mounts.
Like, so this is not a bolt-in affair.
No, it's not. The transmission is still factory mounts.
Okay, that's nice.
The actual mounts are original.
Right, but like the bracket, yeah.
It's not have air conditioning because on the factory car, the compressor is here. All the power steering adapters, because it's the A8 pump, custom going to the A4 reservoir.
Yeah.
All of the coolant hoses are custom. It's actually got copper fittings.
Oh, very nice. I see that.
That are corroded.
Is this also the engine that has like the timing chains in the rear?
No, it is not.
Okay.
So as you can see here, this is timing belt up front.
Oh, very nice.
I've never dynoed it. It's supposed to make a touch over 300 horsepower.
So it's essentially like a German UZ.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's very cool.
300 horsepower, 300 torque stock.
I'm very excited to hear this thing with a custom exhaust. Because that is what we're doing.
It really is.
This is what we're working with right now.
So essentially there's a piece of resonator that broke off and then turned sideways.
Oh, so it's
your
like
waffles were just, but it wouldn't always do it. You'd like hit a bump and then go boop and turn sideways. And then you hit another bump and it might be okay. It was like an intermittent issue I chased for like a year.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be very hard to figure out.
Yeah, I literally tacked it with a flex core. It's terrible.
That's all right. No judgment here. I'm impressed. I mean, the dedication to do that, to drive all the way down here. I've always really liked the way these cars look. They're very simple, good-looking sedan. I'm definitely excited to drive it too.
Oh yeah.
I wish I had an all-wheel-drive dyno because we could put it on.
I was gonna say, I was looking at your dyno. I'm like, oh
no, it's not. The $300 dyno is not all-wheel-drive compatible, unfortunately. Yeah, let's get up on the lift and look around. Oh man, I remember this wacky suspension.
It's 5-link.
Yeah, it's so wacky.
Oh yeah, that'll never rust. Look at all that oil. Beautiful.
Hey, that is the nice thing about a leaky car.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about your chassis resting out. Yeah, the funky all-wheel drive transmission.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
The engine 100%
big old
front of the front.
I know, I was going to say. This is certainly a front engine. So it kind of comes down and does the Y pipe all the way back here. A little cracked.
That was done by Brad's Muffler Shop.
Oh. Ooh, I think I know which one did this one. Oh, man.
I blew through it. I got halfway around and then stopped.
Fin stuff is hard to weld.
It is. Especially with the flux core.
So yeah, I mean, we're pretty much remaking this, but with nice materials. I think we got a slightly larger diameter. It's going to be into a single. I'm sure some people are going to be like, oh, why don't you do an X pipe? But it's because eventually this car is going to get a turbo.
Sure is.
Or at least
that's going to go right there,
exactly. So if we build it where it's a Y pipe here and then it goes to a single, he can just unbolt the back section and put the turbo there.
Yep.
So that's the idea. So we are doing a full header back exhaust on this V8 swap Audi. Thank goodness. We get to replace all of this exhaust shop exhaust, you know, MIG welded, aluminized steel, blah, flex core at the end. That was Zach, but you know, he did his best. This exhaust is going to be kind of unique in a couple of ways. For one, the Y pipe is going to be farther back, so we're going to keep this kind of true dual until farther back in the car, which should produce a little bit of a different sound. Don't really know what that will be, but I'm excited to find out. We aren't gonna be doing any resonators on this thing. We're just gonna be doing one vibrant muffler in the back, and we're going to be making it so that in the future, Zach can replace it with a turbo. We are gonna be utilizing the factory flanges up on the headers, so we have to harvest those. Dual 2.5 inch into a 3 inch, similar to what we did on the UZ truck. Pretty much the only difference is these hangers are a little different, so I need to buy a couple parts for that. The one thing European cars are good at is sounding sick, and so I'm excited to really release the potential of this engine. Let's take a look at what we got, because we got a lot of stuff here. Definitely our biggest exhaust yet. We have Vibrant Street Power Muffler. This is what we have on the UZ truck as well. 2 2.5 inch V-bands, 2 3 inch V-bands, 2 TurboFlex flex pipes, a lot of UJs, both 2.5 inch and 3 inch. We got more O2 bungs because he wants to add wide bands to each bank, and he also wants to add EGT sensors to each bank. So we have some EGT sensor bungs. So this is everything that we have. I actually think I'm gonna order some straight tubing too. The really cool thing that we're gonna use to finish this thing off, he has a Greddy muffler that has an oval turn down tip. We're not actually using the muffler because it's destroyed. As you can hear, we're just gonna use the turn down tip. Hopefully I can polish it up, make it look cool, but I think that's just gonna be dope. So the first step is to go ahead and remove the factory, well, it's not factory, sorry. The first step is to go ahead and remove this exhaust. And the thing is, it's all one piece, and there's no way it's physically coming out in one piece, so I'm gonna have to do some chopping. And then also, we gotta get that out. As you can see, I've been soaking it with some PB Blaster, so you know, there's that at least, but hopefully that will come out relatively easy and we'll be able to harvest that flange. And then we also have to get these O2 sensors out. So honestly, that's probably gonna be the hardest part. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the O2 sensors, keep those safe while we are building the exhaust. Then we're gonna cut these flanges off. It's kind of a weird donut flange, so there's no gasket, which is cool, but yeah. I ain't pulling those headers off to weld the V-band on, that's for dang sure. So we got these flanges all cleaned up. They're looking very nice. So now I'm gonna put them back on and we can start building the downpipes. So it's gonna be 2 downpipes, separable to the Y pipe and then to the back section. And put some flex pipes somewhere in the downpipes here probably. So I got those flanges on there with some new hardware. It looks pretty tight, but there's actually a good amount of space in here. And you can see it all the way down there. It's funny because the engine sits so far forward that those pipes are just coming like straight back for like almost a foot and then kind of down at this 45-degree angle. So let's do it. Our downpipe's coming out right there, as you can see. The pipe has to come up and kind of follow this out here. It's gonna be kind of something, like this. And then the V-band's gonna be pretty much right after this trans mount to make them as short and as easy to remove as possible. All right, so we got both of these downpipes, I guess you can call them, done. They're both pointing kind of in a nice way to go down through this trans tunnel. And yeah, we're all good. So now we're gonna go ahead and pull these off, weld them up. But before we do that, we got to add 2 O2 sensor bungs and 1 EGT pung. But real quick, let me take a moment to thank this video's sponsor, Wolfbox. Now, Wolfbox is a company that makes a variety of super high quality and advanced dash cams. Today I'm going to be talking about their G900 Tri-Pro, an advanced 3-channel dash cam that provides extensive coverage and robust security, plus also acts as an awesome backup camera. Now, what do I mean by all these things? Well, the Tri-Pro is pretty much a new rear view mirror. It's super easy to install. You just strap it to your existing mirror and you pretty much plug all of the cameras and the GPS in. Now, the actual rear view camera, or the actual screen, that's 12 inches wide. It's a high definition touchscreen screen. It also has audio, video playback, voice control, turn off screen, whoa, a G sensor, and Wi-Fi. It comes with 3 different cameras, 1 front-facing camera, 1 cabin-facing camera, and then 1 rear-view camera. The front camera is 4K, the rear camera is 2.5K. They look great, capture all the details that you'll need. And the interior camera is enhanced with 4 infrared lights, so even if you're driving around at night, it can still see clearly in your dark cabin. Now, the way the dash cam actually works, whenever you turn your vehicle on, it starts recording, and it saves those recordings in short clips if anything ever happens, and you can go back and look at the footage. It'll all be saved there. It also has a feature where it will time-lapse video when your car is off. To access the footage that the dash cam records, you've got 3 options. 1, you can actually just go through the menu on the actual screen. Secondly, you can take the SD card out. But thirdly, and most conveniently, they have a mobile app. You can watch it and you can transfer onto your phone. So if you guys are interested, I'll have a few links in the description and up there in the cards. They have 2 different versions of this dash cam. You can check them both out and you can get 20% off of either of them. There's 2 different codes you'll have to use, and you can just do this through Amazon. Super simple, super awesome, and a great deal with the 20% off discount. But let's get back to making a custom exhaust for a V8 Audi. God damn, this is a strong ass fucking center punch. Holy shit. We got the downpipes finished for the Audi, all welded up. looking good. We got both of the O2 sensor bungs on there and the EGT bung on there as well. And then the V-bands at the end. So with these 100% done, we can put all the plugs and the O2 sensors in them, put the gasket maker on, do whatever, and throw them in the car for the final time, or what should be the final time. Once these are in there, then we can go ahead and start building the rest of the exhaust, which I'm really excited for this Y-pipe situation. This is our driver's one. We're gonna put the factory O2 sensor on the front bung, put a little anti-seize on it. And then for now, we have vibrant plugs for all the extra bungs. Look at that, managed to not destroy the threads. Let's go. So we got our two downpipes exiting right there. The next step is to build the mid pipe, which will come down the transmission tunnel, go into the Y pipe, combine into one single 3-inch and go out the back of the car. Since that's the next step, and since the main thing is getting the two parallel tubes running down the car into the Y pipe, we're actually gonna start with the Y pipe and kind of build it forward, because the Y pipe will determine the width and exactly where this has to go. All right, guys, we got our Y pipe fully finished. Very nice, very happy with this one. Dual 2.5-inch into a 3-inch, and we got this set up nicely, so we'll have two parallel tubes running down the trans tunnel. And we'll have little brackets combining them. It's gonna be a really nice piece. So in addition to the Y pipe, I did make this piece. So that's just gonna be kind of coming to right about here, and this is where it's gonna like kind of reconnect. So I'm gonna mark, about right there. The question I'm trying to determine is if we have a Y pipe, Y pipe's gonna end right about yonder. So then, how long do these two tubes have to be? Y pipe here, and approximately 530 millimeters. Say no more. We got that section tacked together, and I sandwiched it up against the trans tunnel with this 3/8 inch piece of wood in between that and the trans tunnel. So we have 3/8 inch of clearance once that's removed, and I got it nice and centered, so it's perfectly centered in the trans tunnel. It's perfectly parallel with the bottom of the car. Looking good. Now we can connect it to those down pipes. All right, painter's tape, hang in there. Hang in there. I was about to say, I think this is gonna be one of those tacks that's just really freaking frustrating to do. I really need to get another stand, but I don't like this Harbor Freight one because it's got this big old bottom, so I need to order one online, and I just haven't had the time to do it. Let's try a different approach. Bro, I messed the pipe up. Fucking hell, mate. Fixed it. God, pain in the butt, but we got it. No gaps, all good. Now I'm just gonna tack it in a few more times to make sure we don't lose this precarious position. That looks pretty good. pretty good. So we got both banks connected to this mid-pipe, wide pipe thing. So that's awesome. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is brace this thing up so that the two pieces don't flex against each other. So we're gonna add an EM tag going down the length of the middle piece, and then a stainless rod that connects the two up here. Once that's done, we'll build the just a little 3-inch section for the mid pipe, and then we can take all that off and weld it up and start with the muffler. I'm not gonna start it like this because it's literally just open header. It's just straight pipe with tube, so it's gonna be ridiculously loud. It's probably gonna be ridiculously loud even with the muffler, but maybe not, we'll see. I don't know. I've never just put a muffler on a car. I've always put resonators too. Now before I show you guys this finished mid-pipe, I wanted to go ahead, remove it, and totally weld it up. But unfortunately, during that process, I dropped it. As I was moving it, I dropped it. And I broke it. Don't think it's gonna seal up so hot anymore. So yeah, destroyed half the V-band. That's $45 down the drain. And then broke all these tacks on this section. And this section is now bent out of whack. And the end of this tube is all kind of messed up, so I'm assuming that's where it hit. Thankfully the rest is okay, so I really just have to cut this section off and redo that. But what I'm gonna do now that this thing is removed, I'm gonna weld this section all the way up, weld this all the way up, so kind of all the warping happens now, and then we can redo that and continue. But man, that was a frustrating drop. It's kind of like a long day. It's kind of fighting me the entire time, and then I drop it and I have to redo it all. So that's fully welded up. Didn't really warp, which is great. And then I made a new piece for this side, and it fit like first try, like perfectly. So the bad juju from okay, actually I'm not gonna say nothing. I was gonna say, no, I'm not gonna say I was gonna say it. But look, I mean, that's pretty much freaking perfect right there. So our mid-pipe is all situated now. I haven't fully welded this yet, but we'll do that when we go to pull it off to weld this back part. So speaking of which, it's now 3-inch diameter tubing, and we just have to get to this exhaust hanger right here. So we're gonna come out. It's gotta fit through this little gap right here. Yoink, and boom. That's right there. Muffler will go here, etc. Got this little turn scrap. Looks like I can kind of place it on the end there. Maybe something like that, and I have it, you know, go out to the point where I want it. Something like right here, I think. All right. Oh, kind of hurts the back. Let's see if this works. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, so you can kind of see, clears pretty good. We're just gonna tack this together, add a V-band there, boom, mid-pipe's done. The universe said, hold my beer. The construction workers right out there, I don't know if they purposely or accidentally cut the power off. So, power's back. I mean, does that look sick or what? Literally just weld that straight to the V-band. That's sick. All right, well now I'm gonna go ahead and remove the mid-pipe and fully weld this entire thing, because that's ready to go, all done. Then we can reinstall it for good and do this muffler and tip section. But wait a second. I forgot the hanger. Oh, this one's way harder to bend. Oh man. Audi's use the thicker exhaust hangers. Caleb, why'd you leave all the excess on it? Admittedly, that would have been easier off the car. Didn't drop it, yeah. Whoa! This exhaust just looks sick. I'm so happy with the way this is turning out. All right, we got a weld right there, 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 and there. Pretty much, I just do that for the next hour. Let me know your thoughts on the first person welding. Well, actually, no. This would be first person welding. Ooh, pretty cool, eh? Voila. So just welding those V-bands straight onto this muffler worked out perfectly. It perfectly clears everything. It aligns to this gap pretty good. I'm gonna have to do like a little S around the axle. But this will be really nice because now if you want to switch out the muffler, if you want to, you know, replace something just with a straight pipe or something, it's literally just a straight 20-inch long piece. So pretty much any muffler should fit in there, any pipe, and maybe even a turbo. Maybe I'll be the one adding a turbo here in a few months. Who knows? It'll be cool. But now it has to go under the diff and out to the tip. There's not gonna be any muffler back here. This is the only quieting device. So I think this thing's gonna be pretty loud. So I got the muffler fully welded up and this little S around the differential fully welded up, looking really good. And then I went ahead and made this, which is what brings us to our exhaust tip. Just roughly, you know, holding it there, it goes to the exhaust tip. We're gonna tack this in, and then I'm going to make a special exhaust tip, which you guys kind of saw earlier. Pretty dope. Haha, that actually looks good. So that's that. I'm gonna cut this down, I think probably an inch so it can go in further. So I think that's sticking out a little bit too far, but pretty much we got it. So we'll take this off, weld up those seams, and we're gonna be kind of good to go. Real quickly, I'm gonna make hangers for this back section of the exhaust though, because I forgot about that. So the exhaust is all done. It's in the car, looking freaking awesome. Got the tip in there, bolted down to the clamp. I use the clamp so it's adjustable, and I think I might even shorten it a little bit, who knows, but it fits in the that factory little hole really, really well. I think it looks sick. Before we can start it, I just gotta have to reconnect to the O2 sensors up here, because those are still disconnected, and kind of just put the intake back on, and then we can start this thing. All right, here we go. Oh, that's pretty loud. It's actually very interesting. I've never like kind of really walked under a car much when it's running. You can hear the exhaust through the tubing. Like there's no actual exhaust leak, but everywhere you go, you can hear the pulses through the tubing. Kind of scary because it's like literally little explosions going on. And yeah, looks like we're good with the leaks though, so drive. Oh yeah. Oh, bro, what? This sounds like a straight up freaking race car. Bro! Been a long time since I've driven an Audi. I've never driven a V8 one. I don't think I've driven a European V8 ever. This sounds like a European V8. It sounds sick. Sounds exotic, you know? It's loud. It sounds so sick. But it is loud. Oh, this thing drives great. Oh, baby. Just cruising around. I think it's my favorite part about doing customer build is I get to drive cool shit. Bit droney going up a hill in 5th gear. How does it sound if I roll the window up? Oh, not bad at all. Sounds great, actually. That's the nice thing about having a luxury car. The noise canceling, man, this thing is smooth. That downshift, bro. I might have to say this thing sounds better than a 1UZ, just putting around. It kind of sounds a lot like, I feel like a Coyote does. It's got those vibes, I feel like. There's a little bit of like a peak of drone right at like 2200 RPM. Dude, this is the sickest sounding thing I've ever driven. Like the fastest thing in the world, but it's pretty quick. It feels very similar to a 1UZ. It sounds cool. It sounds cooler than 1UZ. I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm surprised it handles so good for how far forward the engine is. Okay. It's pretty loud.
Yeah, I was just about to say
loud.
that. There you go.
Drives really nice too, honestly. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's pretty quick. I wish it popped and crackled more, but it
That would be sick. That's got some power to it.
Yeah, it's quick.
Oh. This is nice. I really like this one.
Yeah, it's sick. I didn't. It's an Audi, so like I don't want to say I like it, but I like it a lot. It's really nice to drive. It sounds really cool. This would be an awesome daily.
the back.
How's it going? How's the drive?
Good.
A little bit better, not straight pipes?
Conditioning, yeah.
Yeah, and air conditioning.
In the Mark IV, but not on the way back, so.
Yeah, no air conditioning on the way back. We already got this thing started and warming up. It's nice and quiet, or not, I wouldn't say it's quiet at idle, but it's quieter
it's not
at
bad.
idle.
Yeah, it's much better.
It's pretty loud though when you're driving it around.
Okay.
To me, it sounds kind of like a Coyote.
Okay. That's what I've been told before.
Okay.
People have asked if it's Coyote swap before. So
that's so funny.
That makes sense. I'm like, no, I didn't desecrate it. It's still
All right, well, do we want to drive it?
Yeah.
I've driven it enough, so I'll just have you drive it, and I'll hop in the passenger seat.
Sounds good.
Have some fun.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool.
Let's
it
go.
really looks really awesome right here in the shop, like in this spot.
Yeah.
I think it looks sick. Like from this angle right here.
Oh, that's so much better. Oh my gosh.
And then you're gonna do a UE up in this turn.
Oh my goodness.
Every time I hear it, it sounds, it's like looking at the exterior of the car, it does not sound like it should sound like this.
This sounds so
It sounds
good.
so cool. That sounds
10
sick.
times better. My gosh, that is perfect.
I love the downshifts on this thing.
It feels better also.
Yeah?
Like, it's happier.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think it
probably
was
wasn't a whole
restricted.
lot of, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot how torquey this thing is.
Yeah, it's quick.
Oh, no. Ah, much cleaner.
Oh!
Scrapage.
Yeah. That is the one problem about that road.
Yeah, that's the problem with how low this thing is in the back.
Yeah.
It's so low. Sounds so much cleaner though. It's just very, I mean, with the resonator, it might even be like really clean.
Yeah, you could definitely make it quieter.
That's so much better.
It sounds so
That's
sick.
so much better.
I think it sounds awesome.
Very happy.
You want
with
to shut it
that.
off or let it idle?
That's fine. The fans will stay on for a few minutes.
Yeah.
So
there it is, another successful exhaust. By far the best piece I've ever made, best exhaust I've ever made, best stainless work I've ever done. I am very happy with the way this came out, and it sounds awesome. I'm glad I was able to do it on this project because that engine in that car is a match made in heaven. And Zach loves it. So another happy customer, EM Industries. If you guys need some work done, any sort of fabrication, check out the website, submit a build submission form, and maybe we can work something out. And please do that because I'm getting a lot of people who are submitting forms that aren't actually serious about getting stuff done. I'm realizing the pain of owning a shop. 95% of the customers you deal with are not actually going to move forward with anything. I've been wasting so much of my time talking to some people, but it's all right. That's part of the job. Part of the new job, part of the new learning experience with EM Industries. Now I do want to also apologize for the delay in this video. I got unlucky because I had jury duty last Monday and I got selected to be part of a trial. And not only that, but that trial lasted 6 full days. I spent probably almost 50 hours in the courtroom. Totally destroyed my entire month of June. I lost the sponsorship because of it. I lost a customer because of it. I lost thousands of dollars because of this stupid jury duty. And this video was late. So I'm sorry. Couldn't have really done anything about it, but them the facts. In the next video, we're working on the drift truck. One more exhaust, and then we're taking a break from exhaust for a while. And let me tell you, this exhaust, it makes the exhaust I just made in this video look like a baby made it. Double helix X pipe, quad exit out the bed. Not gonna spoil too much, but it looks and sounds awesome. So we're going to fabricate that exhaust, and then we have to put it on the dyno and kind of do some tuning and get it ready for a big event later in this month. If you do want to support the channel, please check out Patreon. Really appreciate any support there. Other ways you can support the channel is by checking out EM Industries. If you need any fabrication parts, we have a bunch of Vibrant Performance stuff available on the website there. So check it out. And then lastly, if you want to check out the sponsor of today's video, Wolfbox, check them out. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. I'm really happy all of you are enjoying the new format. I certainly am. Just being able to work on other projects and do more fabrication Fabrication, I'm happier. I am happier because of it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace out.